night it is. NXT TakeOver Our Evolution. And guys, tonight NXT could be on the precipice of a major transformation. The opportunity for new superstars to illuminate the future of WWE. Whoa! My God!
This place has come to life. This building's rocking right now.
The entire NXT universe here at Full Sail Arena on their feet. Not a single person sitting down.
If I can't win the big one, and if I can't beat you for that NXT championship, then I am done.
And this is what the entire world has been waiting for. Sami Zayn and Adrian Neville ready to go one-on-one for the NXT Championship. These two former friends ready to put it all on the line. The momentum shifting back and forth like a pendulum in this match. Sami Zayn! Helluva Kick! Sami Zayn has done it!
And new NXT champion, Sami Zayn!
Look at the respect from the locker room, man. Sami Zayn works so hard. He deserves this adulation from everybody.
Sami Zayn, your new NXT champion.
I will fight anyone. Fight anyone. And everyone.
We are 1 week removed from NXT TakeOver Our Evolution, a night where a new NXT champion was crowned. Emotions were at an all-time high. History was made, and now there are new questions that need to be answered.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, please welcome Adrian Neville!
Well, speaking of questions, Rich, you've got to wonder, what is going through this man's mind? Adrian Neville, the now former NXT champion, after coming up just short in that thrilling encounter with Sami Zayn.
Sami Zayn finally, guys, overcoming himself, but what a turn of events after that championship match, and Kevin Owens attacking, what we thought was his friend.
I have no idea what that was all about. I'm looking forward. I'm hoping Kevin Owens is going to explain himself sooner than later.
Is any explanation needed? What a reprehensible act that was.
And we welcome you once again here. And, Corey Graves, we'd like to welcome you back here to the broadcast booth. We heard it in the pre-show last week, but you're officially retired from the ring. Now a member of the commentary
I'm excited to be here, and I'd like to start off by thanking Jason Albert for joining me at the commentary table.
I appreciate that.
Because I look a lot more handsome right now.
Whoa. Even with Brennan right here?
Oh, come on, guys. Adrian Neville is standing by in the ring. Let's hear from him now.
For what it's worth, it should be Sami Zayn out here right now. See, last week at NXT TakeOver, me and Sami Zayn, we went to war. Last week at NXT TakeOver, I had the best match of my career, and I put in a performance that I am proud of. I can honestly hold my hands up and say at TakeOver, the better man won. Sami won, and I lost. And it was a bitter pill to swallow, but Sami Zayn thoroughly deserves to be the NXT champion. It should be Sami Zayn out here right now. And I wish I could introduce him. I wish I could look up the ramp and say, head into the ring is my friend, Sami Zayn. I wish we could all, have a moment. I wish we could all celebrate, and I wish I could shake Sami Zayn's hand, but I can't. Sami Zayn is not here tonight, and Sami Zayn will not be here tonight. And that's thanks to one person. That's thanks to one person that I know very well, and that is, of course, Kevin Owens. Kevin, wherever you are, I hope you are proud of what you did last week. In fact, I hope there's somebody out there who is proud of you, because I certainly am not.
Now, guys, take a look right there. Kevin Owens, and we said it at the outset, a guy that we thought was a good friend of Sami Zayn. And guys, something seemed to, I don't know if something snapped or what it was, but just an unprovoked attack on Sami Zayn, ruining.
Reprehensible is what it was. Don't mix your words. It was disgusting what he did.
Kevin Owens is a competitor first. He's a friend second. Maybe he'll explain himself, maybe he won't, but he doesn't have to explain himself to anybody as far as I'm concerned.
There's an explanation for what he did?
There's got to be. You don't just turn your back on your best friend.
Whoa. First of all, before you begin, what you did last week, that was shameful. You had an opportunity, your debut in NXT in front of the world, and you chose to do that? You chose to do that? Shame on you, man. Shame on you. I don't know what to say.
You don't know what to say. You know what? I actually don't care what you have to say, because your opinion is absolutely irrelevant to me. You want to know what I care about? I care about finally being here. I care about the fact that Sami Zayn is not here, because I am. I don't have a problem with you, but I came here for one reason. That's to get to the absolute top. And I've said that I will find anyone and everyone on my way there. So even though I don't have a problem with you, if you have a problem with me and you want to fight, you gotta fight.
Kevin Owens challenging Adrian Neville. Guys, can you imagine if these two collide?
I don't know if he necessarily challenged him. I think he said, listen, Neville, if you got a problem with me, I'll fight you. I'll fight anybody and everybody.
Well, still to come tonight, the fast-talking Enzo Amore and his pal Big Cass face off with the Ascension. Connor and Victor are in a really bad mood after our Evolution's result. This one is going to be off the hook.
Right now, let's take you back to the NXT TakeOver Our Evolution pre-show. During an interview with Alex Riley, Bayley interrupted Sasha Banks and Corey Graves at Coster.
Well, to be fair, nobody asked for Bayley's opinion. She stuck her nose in Sasha Banks' business, and Becky Lynch made her pay for it.
All right, now we go backstage where Becky Lynch is standing by with Devin Taylor.
Excuse me, Becky, do you have a moment for a quick question?
I've got a match to get ready for.
Well, last week you attacked Bailey during the pre-show of Our Evolution. What's with this whole change of attitude?
Change of attitude? Devin, the only thing that's changed is my ability to see what's in front of me, yeah? Sasha Banks opened my eyes to what it takes to get to the next level of NXT, yeah? My eyes were opened to the fact that smiling and having the fans cheer doesn't mean anything when I am losing week after week after week. My eyes were opened to the fact that if I want to get anywhere, the only person I can rely on, besides myself, of course, is Sasha Banks. And so I hope Bailey's little starry eyes are open. And so that way she can look into my big brown eyes and see the person that's going to end her career permanently. Cheers, Devin.
We'll see if Sasha's tutelage is paying off. It's Becky versus Bailey in a grudge match. Next.
In honor of Christmas, I bring to everybody Larry's Parade of Lights.
You sure this is safe?
Of course it is. I rigged it myself.
It's awesome! It's like a palace.
And now, as they say in French, the peace of the resistance.
This is going to be the best Christmas ever!
Hello everyone, it's your hero, the King of Cuteville. Just wanted to inform you, I'll be taking a little time away from NXT, as I'm doing some modeling over in Europe for the holidays. But don't worry, I'll keep you informed as to where in the world is Prince Pretty. Tyler Breeze.
Oh, welcome back here to NXT, and guys, we just got some huge news moments ago from General Manager William Regal. Tonight in our main event, Kevin Owens, Adrian Neville, one-on-one.
I tell you what, I am so excited about that. Finally, we can make Neville make Owens pay for what he did to Sami Zayn.
This is a combustible situation. Adrian Neville coming off of losing the championship. Kevin Owens doing whatever's going on in his mind. I'm excited for this one.
Our main event tonight, Adrian Neville against Kevin Owens. What a matchup it's going to be.
The following contest is a Divas match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first from San Jose, California, it's Bailey.
We're back here at the NXT Arena, Full Sail University, and they are on their feet tonight. Jason Albert, would you please stop trying to hug me?
I love hugging people. Bailey excites me. I get excited. I want to hug you, Graves. I'd even hug you if I liked you.
I'm trying to get as far away from these inflatable things as I can. I forgot they were there. They might give me a heart attack.
I like them.
Now, guys, you take a look at Bailey. She's got that brace on her left knee. And, well, she's been attacked a couple of times by Becky Lynch and Sasha Banks, including during the pre-show yesterday.
That's what you get when you stick your nose where it doesn't belong. Bailey needed to stay out of the boss's business and Becky Lynch's business, and she paid for it.
I have a question. I hope that knee is okay.
Talk about a complete 180 character. Becky Lynch, ever since aligning herself with the boss Sasha Banks, this is a completely different person.
I've got all the respect in the world for Becky Lynch and what she does in the ring, but let me tell you this, Rich, she's as unstable as they come.
How can you have respect for someone who jumps someone from behind and attacks a damaged knee? And you know what? I give Bailey a lot of credit. 1 week ago, this happened. She's already in the ring. Is that knee healed? That's the question.
There's a fine line between bravery and stupidity, Albert.
And I agree with that, Graves.
I mean, do you think Bailey has been naive by coming out and challenging Sasha Banks, challenging Becky?
You know, I gotta say, I'm hoping we see a new Bailey. I mean, there's only so many times you can get beat down before you have to fight back.
A few weeks back, she knew she was on her own after NXT Women's Champion Charlotte told her You know, don't pick a fight with them. Leave them alone. Stay away from them. And it ended up costing her.
I like what we're seeing right here from Bayley, though. A different side of Bayley right here.
Oh, this is
very aggressive.
No doubt a grudge match here tonight between Bayley and Becky Lynch. Bayley certainly has a point to prove. The question is, will that knee hold up?
Seems to be holding up just fine right now, Rich.
That's good.
Running clothesline, cover, hooks to the leg, and a kick out by Lynch.
But isn't it amazing what Sasha has done for Becky? Becky has said now her eyes are wide open. It's not about having fans like you, it's about getting wins.
You're absolutely right. What better person to follow than the boss herself? Build on self-success. She's a game plan to succeed here in NXT.
Well, let's counter there a little bit. Is Bayley blinded by fan adulation? Does that cost her at times? Does that get in the way of her success?
You know, it has in the past. Obviously, it has. So I'm going to have to say yes. I feel like it, but I think Bayley is seeing the error of her ways. And look at this is a new Bayley right here. Look at how aggressive she is.
I suppose conspicuous by her absence is the boss, Sasha Banks.
I can guarantee you wherever she's at, she's watching. She's keeping her eyes peeled for Becky Lynch.
Bayley does seem to be favoring the left knee a bit. Hooks the leg, cover, and again a kick out by Becky Lynch.
And I got a question. If I had a bad knee and I had a knee brace, I don't know if I'd brace the knee that's actually injured. I think I'd go with the opposite knee.
Oh. It's an old hockey trick.
Hockey, it's a football.
Football, yeah. Upper body injury. It's actually a lower body injury. Same thing. Listen to the NXT universe.
Oh, smart.
That is ruthless, going after the injured knee.
Ruthless and brilliant.
Becky's just out to hurt Bayley tonight?
She's definitely out to win. She's out to win every night. All competitors in NXT are. But if she can hurt Bayley in the process, I'm sure she wouldn't feel too bad about it.
Oh! Oh! Connected right in the teeth.
Becky going right for that leg every time. And I tell you, Bayley doing a great job of countering.
Fantastic counters by Bayley. A couple of double axe handles. Beautiful suplex.
Oh, she's favoring that knee right there.
Bayley for the cover. And again, a kick out by Becky Lynch.
Look at Becky going for that leg every time. Oh, she got it.
Right back after it, and Bayley able to kick her away.
I tell you, Bayley doing a great job of countering it.
Roll up, reversal. Becky Lynch gets out of the pinfall, and
oh, no.
Oh my goodness. Oh, she's got that submission maneuver locked in, nowhere for Bayley to go.
She calls this the four-leg clover.
She's refusing to break the hold. How's that for aggression?
By submission, Becky Lynch.
I think that answers your question there. Is she out to win or hurt her? She looked like she was out to hurt her right there.
She won. She won, and she wants to hurt her. Whatever Sasha Banks is preaching to Becky Lynch is obviously starting to work.
And you have to be concerned for Bayley. You have to be concerned if that knee was injured irreparably. Did she come back too soon? Becky Lynch with a ruthless victory here tonight, going after the injured knee of Bayley. And the women of NXT continue to raise the bar. Corey Graves, what a match we saw last week at TakeOver Our Revolution.
NXT Women's Champion Charlotte went one-on-one with her former BFF Sasha Banks, and we saw this thing get personal over the most coveted prize in the NXT Women's division.
What a matchup it was. Charlotte pulling out all the stops and ultimately would retain the NXT Women's Championship. An incredible matchup, and right now we take you to a WWE.com exclusive where Charlotte spoke with Renee Young after that amazing match.
Charlotte, congratulations. Tonight at NXT TakeOver Our Evolution, you still walk away the NXT Women's Champion. Not only do you walk out with your title, but you had a match against Sasha, who was your former BFF. How are you feeling after this match?
Well, not only did I have a match against my former BFF, I did make my debut on Raw on Monday. So it's been a whirlwind of a week. I have to say, Sasha is tough. She definitely is the boss of NXT. But once again, I showed that I'm the most dominant diva in the WWE, and I am genetically superior, and NXT is my throne.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, if you thought the match at TakeOver Our Evolution was awesome, we get to do it all again, because next week, Charlotte defends the NXT Women's Championship against Sasha Banks in a rematch.
But right here tonight, General Manager William Regal has made it official. For the first time ever here in NXT, Adrian Neville steps into the ring one-on-one versus Kevin Owens. I cannot wait. This one's gonna be huge.
I am beautiful. 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 I am electric. Powerful. Devilish. Tough. Tough. Sensitive. Flirtatious. Obsessed. I am sexy. Playful. Demanding. All read everything. I am a total diva. Total diva. In every sense of the word.
You ever wake up with that feeling like it's one versus all? An endless cycle. Eat, sleep, conquer, repeat. Eat, sleep, conquer, repeat. You think life's got you all figured out. Think again. Remember this. Be fearless. Harness your hustle, loyalty, and respect. And they'll love you till your last breath. Find your comfort zone and find what fits you.
Well, the fallout from TakeOver Our Evolution continues, and last week, with the tag team titles on the line, the Lucha Dragons squared off with the Vaudevillains.
The gentlemanly competitors took the champs to the limit, but after an intense battle, it was the high-flying luchadors that were somehow able to retain their NXT Tag Team Championships.
My goodness, who'd have thought?
Mr. Regal.
Oh, gentlemen, hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Well, not so good.
Why is that?
We need you to see something.
Grave transgression has
Lovely,
occurred.
isn't it? Look at that.
No, it's the video.
It is of our match at NXT TakeOver. Watch the ending. Do you see?
Do you see?
Not the legal man.
Not the legal man.
I was the legal man, yet he was the one who was pinned. How is this allowed to happen?
Well, it isn't, is it? I mean, that's a
shouldn't be.
dreadful oversight on my part. And certainly the referee, I'll be having words with him. Gentlemen, the only thing I can do to right this wrong is to give you a rematch for the NXT Tag Team Champions against the Lucha Dragons.
Tonight. We can do it tonight.
We can do it tonight, yes?
It's funny you should mention that. No, absolutely not. The show's booked up. But I'll sort it out for you.
Excellent.
So our charge to be the NXT Tag Team Champions will suffice.
That's right.
Oh, yes.
And we will rid the NXT universe of those wretched Lucha Dragons.
Yeah, silly bleeders.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Brooklyn, New York, weighing 304 pounds, Bull Dempsey.
Jason Albert, this man calls himself the wrecking ball of NXT.
I'll tell you, I'm at the Performance Center every day. This guy has a new demeanor about him. He just seems more angry of late, and I didn't think that was possible.
Bull Dempsey had a bit of a stare down with Baron Corbin at TakeOver Our Evolution.
That was one of the most intense moments of the entire night. I thought something was going to set off right there.
See, that's Bull Dempsey's all about hurting people.
What makes me a fan of Bull Dempsey is a guy his size for all intents and purposes, shouldn't be able to move like this. This guy is so agile, so quick, so technically talented. It's unbelievable.
He gets to that top rope almost like a cat. I mean, he is fast to get up there. To your point, he moves very well.
Like you said, Corey, enjoys hurting people.
Come on, kid. What you wanted?
It's a pretty big cat.
Oh, nasty headbutt. I mean, for all intents and purposes, Dempsey probably could have ended this already.
Oh!
There's that huge collision, you know it's coming.
Like I said, I don't think Dempsey wants to end it quick. He wants to supply a lot of pain and suffering.
300 pounds crashing down, flying headbutt.
I guess you were wrong, Albert.
Here's your winner, Bull Dempsey.
Explain how I was wrong.
I don't have to explain myself to you, Albert.
You sure do. I'm calling you out.
Bull Dempsey, no doubt enjoyed tearing that youngster apart.
Oh, he enjoyed. Look at that face. He loves what he does.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no. Guys, I have one word for you to describe Baron Corbin, and that is imposing.
I'll tell you, Bull Dempsey not one bit afraid of Baron Corbin, and Baron Corbin not one bit afraid of Bull Dempsey.
Dempsey seemed a little nonplussed.
Neither of these guys did. Neither one of them moved. Neither one of them flinched. They walked right past each other. They acknowledged. Like, this is intense, man.
Look at this stare. It's the 1,000-yard stare right here.
Do you feel the presence in the arena change when Corbin comes out? It just gets intense. Everyone stands up. This guy's so impressive. Albert, what kind of product do you think that guy puts in his hair?
His competitor?
Hurt. Oh, what a right.
NXT Universe counting along and end of days. 14 seconds.
Baron Corbin, all hail the big bad wolf of NXT.
Graves, you're a big Baron Corbin fan, a good friend of yours. What's his saying?
He doesn't get paid by the hour.
Wow.
Wait, Dempsey's still out here.
Oh, hold on a minute.
Uh-oh. Oh, I want to see this.
I don't think that was...
Oh.
Little mind game right there. Oh, hey, don't come over here.
Look at the smile on Dempsey's face.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
He's getting a little too close for comfort.
It's almost like Bull Dempsey's daring Corbin, saying, come and get me.
Well, still to come, guys, Kevin Owens has said he is here to change everything. Tonight, Owens is bringing the fight to the former NXT champion Adrian Neville. For the first time ever, these two square off right here on NXT.
But first, after coming up short at our Evolution, Connor and Victor are looking to reestablish dominance in NXT. But Big Cass and Enzo are standing in their way. Can they get it done? We'll find out next on NXT.
What a night it is. NXT TakeOver Our Evolution. And guys, tonight NXT could be on the precipice of a major transformation. The opportunity for new superstars to illuminate the future of WWE. Whoa! My God!
This place has come to life. This building's rocking right now.
entire NXT Universe here at Full Sail Arena on their feet. Not a single person sitting down.
If I can't win the big one, and if I can't beat you for that NXT Championship, then I am done.
And this is what the entire world has been waiting for. Sami Zayn and Adrian Neville ready to go one-on-one for the NXT Championship. These two former friends ready to put it all on the line. The momentum shifting back and forth like a pendulum in this match. Sami Zayn, Ultima kick. Sami Zayn has done it.
NXT Champion, Sami Zayn.
Look at the respect from the locker room, man. Sami Zayn works so hard, he deserves this adulation from everybody.
Sami Zayn, your new NXT champion.
I will fight anyone. Fight anyone. And everyone.
NXT TakeOver R Evolution was arguably one of the best live specials in the history of NXT. You can relive the drama of the highly anticipated event only on the WWE Network.
All right, now we take you to the aftermath of TakeOver R Evolution and the attack on the newly crowned NXT champion, Sami Zayn, who just moments before was on top of the world. Corey, it turned into a very somber scene.
Sami Zayn's entire world came crashing down, and it was all at the hands of what we thought was supposed to be his best friend in the world, Kevin Owens. The energy was absolutely sucked out of the arena. It was one of the most shocking things the NXT universe has ever had to witness.
And as Sami Zayn was attended to by ringside physicians, would later be taken to a nearby medical facility. And as information becomes available on the condition of Sami Zayn, we urge you to stay tuned to WWE.com for updates on Sami Zayn's condition.
My name is Enzo Amore, and I am a certified G and a bona fide stud, and you can't teach that. And this right here, this is Big Cass, and he's 7 foot tall, and you can't teach that. And this is Carmella, and she's hot as hell, and you can't teach that. Bada boom, realest guys in the room, how you doing?
Rich Brennan, it's times like these I wish real life had a mute button.
These guys are great. How can you not enjoy this, Graves?
Enzo Amore reminds me of what would happen if you fed Red Bull to a weasel.
Or a rat on Ritalin. Ascension, you want to jump us from behind? Well, we got some gifts for you.
On the 7th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me.
How you doing?
7 fists are swinging. 6 to leave them laying.
5 golden rings.
4-letter words, 3 in the Benz, 2 Fugazi studs.
And a beating from the certified G's.
Well, that is the most inventive Christmas carol I've ever heard.
Would you stop clapping, Albert?
Because you're S-A-W-F-T. So...
I couldn't be happier to hear that guitar riff.
Their opponent at a combined weight of 501 pounds, Connor
Well, guys, it was a few weeks ago where the Ascension attacked Enzo and Cass after Enzo and Colin had a match against Scott Dawson and Dash Wilder. Ever since that time, Enzo and Cass maybe been harboring some resentment, want to prove themselves against one of the most dominant tag, if not the most dominant tag team we've seen ever here at NXT.
I was unfortunate enough to bump into the Ascension earlier today. These guys are always in a bad mood, but after last week at our Evolution, these guys are as miserable and nasty as I've ever seen them.
I'll tell you, if I was Enzo and Cass, they picked the wrong time to get some revenge on the Ascension.
And of course, it was last week at TakeOver our Evolution. Hideo Itami and Finn Balor, the very calm-looking Finn Balor.
The Demon Balor.
Yeah. Matching wits with the Ascension, coming up with a victory.
I tell you got to figure this is how angry Enzo and Cass are. How many times do you see Big Cass starting a match?
It is Big Cass and Victor getting things going here in this matchup tonight on NXT. Imagine the Ascension has to change their game plan a bit.
Oh, I would like to think the Ascension never changes their game plan. They make people change their game plans to suit them.
Well, they've been so focused on Itami and Balor. How do you have to change things to face Enzo and Cass? It's a much different team.
Did Enzo just tag himself in?
Looks like he did.
He did.
Oh, that's probably not a good idea.
Bada boom, dumbest guy in the room.
I think Enzo's smitten.
He seems to be paying a bit more attention to Carmella than to his opponents. STO, Victor, trying to put Enzo away, and that is it. And Connor sending Big Cass sailing out of the ring.
Well, it's been said that love makes you do funny things, but if you're Enzo Amore, it makes you do stupid things. What was he thinking? You are not going to impress Carmella at the expense of the Ascension. Connor and Victor are the wrong guys to try to use to impress your girl.
Well, it looked like Enzo tagged himself in, like you said, trying to, well, maybe catch Carmella's eye, but probably a very bad decision on Enzo's part.
I mean, I understand trying to impress Carmella. I've tried once or twice myself, but not like this.
For the last 2 years, we have proven ourselves to be the very best here in NXT. So after what happened last week at TakeOver, we'll consider that beginner's luck. Because Finn Balor, Hideo Itami, as long as the two of us are standing and there is breath in our lungs, this war is far from over. Hideo, Finn, next time we meet, you will fall and we will rise.
After running through Enzo and Cass tonight, the Ascension still with some unfinished business with Finn Balor and Hideo Itami.
Yeah, but the time is almost here. The man that gravity forgot, Adrian Neville, steps into the ring with Kevin Owens for the very first time here in NXT. You will not want to miss this one, and it's coming up next.
We all try to get out. Out of this, out of that, out of a lot of things. But on January 25th, the last place you'll want to be is out. 30 men, one match, one extraordinary opportunity.
One of these men will main event WrestleMania.
Who will be the one to stay in? WWE Royal Rumble, presented by Hulu and WWE Immortals, Sunday, January 25th, live on WWE Network.
Walk right through that door.
1 week ago, Charlotte defended the NXT Women's title against Sasha Banks at TakeOver. our Evolution in one of the most epic battles this industry has ever seen.
These two women gave everything that they had, sacrificing their well-being all in the name of the NXT Women's Championship.
Charlotte retained the championship, but next week they get to do it one more time.
The Boss, Sasha Banks, NXT Women's Champion Charlotte, round 2 for the NXT Women's title, right here on NXT.
We're set for our main event here tonight on NXT.
Newcastle, England, weighing 197 pounds, Adrian Neville.
Here we get the first look in nearly a year of Adrian Neville headed down to the ring for competition without the NXT Championship.
This is weird. This is uncomfortable. I'm so used to seeing Neville with that title around his waist. This is like seeing Santa Claus without a beard.
I spoke to Adrian Neville earlier. He said he has trouble sleeping this past week. He had trouble eating this past week. He doesn't feel right without that NXT Championship.
And of course, if you missed it, it was 1 week ago. TakeOver Our Evolution, Sami Zayn upended Adrian Neville for the championship.
You know, I don't get this. Why does Kevin Owens think he can just step here and get himself put into the main event scene? It's called paying your dues.
Why wait? If you don't have to wait in line, you get pushed right to the front, just go with it. The guy said
it's having couth, Graves.
It's not about couth in this business, Albert. It's about ability. He obviously, people believe in him.
Sami Zayn, same situation, 14 years to get here. He waited his turn. And look at this, what, is Owens afraid now?
He's not afraid. Just because he likes to fight doesn't mean he lets the other guy dictate. The guy's got a strategy, obviously.
Guys, NXT General Manager William Regal sanctioned this match earlier tonight after Adrian Neville was out here to address the NXT universe about losing the NXT Championship. He lamented that his friend, Sami Zayn, could not come out here after what Kevin Owens did to him 1 week ago. Owens told Neville, I don't have a problem with you, but you know what? I'm here to fight everybody, and if you want to fight, you got one. Adrian Neville, big kick. And again, Owens rolling to the outside.
He just rolled out. This is a smart move. He's regaining his bearings, getting himself back together. Got to wonder how that broken nose is affecting him, if he's able to breathe.
Last week in his debut at TakeOver Our Evolution, had his nose split open by CJ Parker.
I gotta wonder if, now, does Adrian Neville have as big of a problem with what Kevin Owens did if Adrian hadn't lost the NXT Championship to Sami Zayn?
Yes, I'm sure he would have.
Or would Owens have done it to Neville?
No, because when someone pushes you to the point that actually you didn't think you had and made you better, you earn a respect for that person. And those two respected each other.
But you can't tell me that after almost holding the title for as long as he did, Adrian Neville wasn't coming here tonight hoping for a rematch.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, beautiful. Wow, is that nice.
Adrian Neville with fire here at our main event. And again, Kevin Owens rolling to the outside.
There is absolutely nothing wrong with what Kevin Owens is doing right now. It's well within the rules.
I mean, think about Neville. He wanted this rematch. You know why? Because he wanted a rematch to retain or to win back what he feels is rightfully his, that NXT Championship. Like I said, he is losing sleep over it, and he wanted that rematch as quick as possible.
smart is this of Kevin Owens to dictate the pace and slow things down, to do it on his terms?
It's sound strategy. Like I said, just because he says he'll fight anyone and everyone doesn't mean he doesn't have terms, doesn't mean he doesn't have a strategy. This guy has been around for 14 years for a reason.
He looks afraid to me right now, Graves.
Adrian Neville, baseball slide. Oh! Huge meat hook from behind.
As the one guy at the table without glasses, he doesn't look afraid to me. That was brilliant. There's strategy. That's what I'm talking about.
Owens standing on the head of the former NXT champion.
I'll tell you, that might have been a case of Adrian Neville being a little too aggressive. Wow, did you see his head snap back there?
How's that for fight?
Count continues. Finally rolled back into the ring, and Adrian Neville staggered.
You know, you got to figure a week removed, Adrian Neville just went through a war with Sami Zayn.
Kevin Owens says he is here to fight everybody. He's ready to tear apart Adrian Neville.
They are global entertainers, professionally trained athletes, WWE superstars. But they are not invincible. They take real risks and endure unimaginable pain. Broken bones, torn muscles, dislocations, separations. Be smart, be safe. Don't try this at home.
Our main event continues here tonight on NXT. Former NXT champion Adrian Neville going one-on-one with Kevin Owens, who made quite the debut 1 week ago at TakeOver R Evolution by attacking the newly crowned NXT champion, Sami Zayn, and my God, what a collision.
He's making quite a statement right here tonight.
Owens with the cover, trying to put Neville away in a kick out.
A despicable act it was. How do you hug your best friend, and then 1 minute you're hugging him, the next minute you're power bombing him on the corner of the apron?
There's got to be reasons. You don't just turn your back on your best friend on a whim. There's something going on there, but don't judge Kevin Owens until he explains himself.
Nothing I do makes me shameful. Get your hands out of his hair. What?
Oh!
Nothing I do makes me shameful. That right there proves to me he doesn't feel one bit bad for what he did.
You were the champion for almost a year. What a joke! Oh.
Did he just call Adrian Neville a joke?
I believe he did.
Listen, this is Adrian Neville we're talking about. The guy's anything but a joke.
Kevin Owens seems to be enjoying this. This is sadistic.
Oh. You have to remember, anything that happens to Adrian Neville, he only has himself to blame. He's the one that laid out the challenge tonight. He's the one that had a problem with Kevin Owens.
And I respect him for doing it. He's sticking up for his friend.
Cover. Doesn't even hook the leg.
A man that he respects. A man that took him to the brink and made him better for it.
Graves, you do bring up a good point. And look at Owens stepping. Look at him stepping on him.
Sticking up for his friend might be the end of Adrian Neville.
Oh, wow. Well, at least he can say he went down fighting.
Cover, Owens for the win right in the center of the ring, and Neville able to stay alive here in this matchup. Adrian Neville said tonight, shame on you, Kevin Owens. Shame on you for what you did to Sami Zayn. Zayn, of course, had to be stretchered out of the NXT arena. I mean, what a turn of events for Sami.
I'll tell you, think about it, though. Like I said, it took 14 years for Kevin Owens to get here. Talk about making a statement.
Kevin Owens pounding away at Adrian Neville.
Look at the aggression of Owens. Look how he's speeding up the pace, just beating on Adrian Neville. This is impressive. I don't remember the last time I've seen Neville beaten down like this.
I don't think I've seen Kevin Owens go for one cover in this match. I don't know if he's trying to win or beat him. and beat him and beat him.
Driving that knee right into the cheekbone of Adrian Neville.
I think one thing is for sure, Kevin Owens is out to send a message. What that message is yet, I don't know. But he wants to make sure everyone's paying attention to him.
Owens said from day one, he is here to
tell you,
fight.
this
He's
isn't
here to
smart.
fight everyone. He doesn't care who it is.
We've always said Adrian Neville is so resilient. I wouldn't be taking my time if I was Owens right now.
If there's anybody that can...
Listen, these guys know each other. These guys have encountered each other in the past, pre-NXT day.
Just like that, Adrian Neville with a huge kick. And perhaps
there we
connecting
go.
with the injured nose of Kevin Owens. Here comes Adrian Neville.
You said it, Rich. He's resilient. This guy's durable. You can't keep him down. Can't give him any quarter.
Oh, and like that.
Owens getting the knee right into the midsection. Neville again. Big kicks.
We've seen this a
Here we
million
go.
times.
This is what Adrian Neville needed to do. He needed to pick the pace up. He needed to feed off the NXT universe, and that's what they're giving him right now. That
Adrian
much-needed
Neville
energy.
trying to size up Kevin Owens. Neville, springboard drop kick. Cover. Neville for the victory. And Owens able to power out.
Maybe that's where the size advantage of Kevin Owens comes into play, able to shrug off Adrian Neville there. But Owens, this isn't as much trouble as he's been in all night.
You got to figure Neville needs to follow up a little bit quicker right now, but he's got to be battle-worn.
I agree. This is the first time he's been on top of Kevin Owens in this match. He needs to take advantage of it.
Oh, look at
Owens,
this.
Owens may have prevented Neville from going to the top.
It was a smart strategy. It was like a boxing hug.
Oh, Neville trying to go
no.
over the top rope and look out. Oh, huge gut buster. Oh, the collision. Kevin Owens with a senton connecting on Adrian Neville. And Neville stays in this matchup.
I can't believe Adrian Neville was able to kick out of that. That was 300-something pounds right down on
Neville's
the
not only
ribs.
fighting for himself right now, he's fighting for Sami Zayn. He's fighting for respect right now.
Every time Adrian Neville seems to get back in this match, Kevin Owens seems to find a way to regain the momentum.
Ooh. Wow, what a chop.
Kevin Owens with bad intentions.
Oh, this can't be good.
Listen to the NXT
This
Universe
can't be good.
behind Adrian Neville trying to will him back into this match, and there's still some fight in the former champ.
I don't know if Owens made a mistake by putting Neville on the top rope, period. There's no one more comfortable up there than Adrian Neville.
Owens is down, Neville perched up top and going right after the ropes.
That was great ring awareness by Owens.
Neville collides hard down onto the mat and he just planted Adrian Neville.
Neville's got to be out.
That has
That's
to
it.
be all. Hook of the leg. And Neville, my God, you talk about resilience. Guys, let's take one more look at this.
Adrian Neville spiked right into the mat. I have no idea how he kicked out of that. I can't believe he's still conscious. He might not be.
I don't think he is conscious. That was just instinct right there.
Yeah, guys, this Neville's
out.
out.
He's gotta be out.
Neville's out
glazed
cold.
over. Kevin Owens.
Oh, no.
And Neville fighting out of it. He's still good. He's digging
Gotta wonder
deep. He's digging
how-
deep.
How much of this is just instinct by Neville?
I'm surprised he's on his feet right now.
Oh. Whoa! German suplex!
Wow! How about the fight of Adrian Neville?
Adrian Neville with a huge kick, and again Owens to the outside, but hang on. Neville winding up. Here he comes!
Wow, and landed on his feet. Unbelievable. Whatever Kevin Owens did to Adrian Neville woke him up, and Neville's on a roll right now.
Guys, what a difference a week makes. Last week, the NXT Universe were firmly behind Sami Zayn, but tonight, trying to will Adrian Neville back into this match. The referee to the 7 count, and Neville planted headfirst into the steel post. And that's it.
Wow.
Double count out. And Adrian Neville took an awful beating in this match, guys.
Yeah, but look at Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens got counted out as well. The referee telling Owens that the match is over. Get him away from Neville. We don't need any more damage out here.
Oh, no.
Come on. You gotta be kidding me. Not again.
No,
Not
no,
again.
no. Oh! Power bomb into the ring.
Someone get some help out here for Neville.
That's the same thing that Owens did 1 week ago to Sami Zayn. This is despicable.
This man has no respect.
Who's fighting now?
How many times are we gonna let this guy get away with this?